Every day, the world says goodbye to voices, faces, and talents that shaped generations. Today, we honor 6 remarkable individuals, icons of music, film, television, and business who left us in the days leading up to July 25th, 2025. I'm here to tell their stories. Hulk Hogan, August 11, 1953, July 24th, 2025. Few names in pop culture are as instantly recognizable as Hulk Hogan. With his booming voice, bandana, blonde mustache, and towering presence, he didn't just wrestle, he defined professional wrestling. Born Terry Gene Bollea, Hogan became the face of WWE during the golden age of the sport. His charisma drew millions of fans, and his famous phrase, "What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?" became a cultural mantra of the 1980s. But his years in the ring took a toll. After decades of punishing matches and intense physical training, Hogan suffered from numerous back issues in retirement. On July 24, 2025, he died of cardiac arrest at his home in Clearwater, Florida, at the age of 71. To fans across the world, Hulk Hogan wasn't just an athlete, he was a superhero in real life. His impact on sports entertainment will never be forgotten. Michael Ochs, February 27, 1943, July 23, 2025. You may not know his face, but if you've ever seen a classic rock photo, it likely came from Michael Ochs. Ochs was America's foremost rock and roll photo archivist. His Venice-based Michael Ochs Archives housed over 3 million images from rare Beatles moments to candid shots of Aretha Franklin. His collection shaped books, documentaries, and CD covers for decades. The LA Times once called him the dominant force in the rock image marketplace, and the New York Times labeled his archive the premier source of musician photography in the world. In 2007, Ochs sold his collection to Getty Images, preserving it for future generations. Battling Parkinson's disease, COPD, and heart issues, Michael Ochs died on July 23, 2025 at his Los Angeles home. He was 82. His work preserved the soul of music history not through sound, but through stillness. Emily Cranz, September 21st, 1942, July 22, 2025. Born in the U.S. and raised with a heart full of music and culture, Emily Cranz became a shining figure in Mexican entertainment. As a young girl in Tucson, Arizona, she sang and danced at community events, blending traditional Mexican culture with a natural stage presence. By the 1960s, she had become a well-known actress, singer, and dancer in Mexico's golden entertainment era. Though she appeared to retire in 1970, her early work left a mark on fans across Latin America. She brought bilingual culture to life at a time when few others could. On July 22, 2025, Emily Cranz passed away at the age of 82. Her legacy is one of passion, performance, and pride in her roots. Ozzy Osbourne, The Prince of Darkness, 1948, 2025. I still remember the first time I heard Ozzy Osbourne's voice. It was raw, electrifying, and unforgettable. Born in Birmingham in 1948, Ozzy's rise to fame began as the lead vocalist for Black Sabbath. Together, they didn't just perform heavy metal, they defined it. He became a symbol of rebellion and authenticity, earning the nicknames Godfather of Metal and Prince of Darkness. After launching a successful solo career in the 1980s, Ozzy continued to produce platinum records and became a global icon. But he was more than the music. His eccentricity captured millions. From founding Ozzfest to his reality TV presence on The Osbournes, where we saw a different side, vulnerable, humorous, deeply human. Despite decades of health struggles, Ozzy remained an enduring force in rock history. On July 22, 2025, he passed away peacefully in Birmingham at age 76. His voice may be silent now, but his scream will echo forever in rock and roll. Jimmy Hunt, The Boy Who Fought Martians, 1939-2025. Jimmy Hunt was more than a child star. He was the face of 1950s sci-fi. You might recall him from Invaders from Mars, 1953, a cult classic where his innocent fear and courage left an indelible mark on cinema history. After his early fame, Jimmy stepped away from Hollywood, choosing a life of service and business. He served in the U.S. military and later settled into civilian life. Still, the screen called him back once more briefly in the 1986 remake of Invaders from Mars, where he played a police chief. It was a fitting tribute to his beginnings. Jimmy Hunt died of a heart attack on July 18, 2025, at the age of 85. He lived a full life away from the spotlight. But for many of us, he'll always be that brave little boy, standing between Earth and an alien invasion. Tom Troupe, the veteran stage actor, 1928-2025. Tom Troupe had theater in his veins, starting his career in post-Obituary, New York. He trained under legends like Uta Hagen and quickly made a name for himself on stage. Though he rarely chased the spotlight of Hollywood, his performances were rich, refined, and utterly compelling. For decades, he graced the stage, marrying precision with heart. He was also a mentor, a father, and a quiet giant of the performing arts. At 97, Tom passed away in Beverly Hills on July 20, 2025. To the world, he was a respected actor. To his son, and to those lucky enough to work alongside him, he was something far greater. He was legacy. Tommy McLain, March 15, 1940, July 24, 2025. From the swamps of Louisiana to the Billboard Hot 100. Tommy McLain was a soulful voice that captured hearts for generations. In the 1950s and 60s, McLain shared stages with country greats, played drums, keyboards, fiddle, and brought audiences to tears with his hit Sweet Dreams, which reached number 15 in the U.S. and number 7 in Canada in 1966. His music blended swamp pop, country, and soul with a raw authenticity. He also performed on Dick Clark's Caravan of Stars and remained a beloved local DJ in Louisiana. His work even earned praise decades later, when British pop star Lily Allen chose one of his covers as a Desert Island Disc favorite. Tommy McLain passed away on July 24, 2025, at the age of 85. His voice may have quieted, but the echoes of his music live on. Lawrence Bossidy, March 5, 1935, July 22, 2025, in the world of business and leadership. Lawrence Bossidy was a name synonymous with performance, discipline, and vision. A graduate of Colgate University, Bossidy climbed the ranks at General Electric before becoming CEO of Allied Signal, which later became Honeywell. He co-authored the influential business book, Execution: The Discipline of Getting Things Done, helping shape the mindset of leaders around the globe. Beyond the boardroom, Bossidy was a family man, husband to Nancy, father to 9 children, and grandfather to over 30. He split his time between Connecticut and Florida, always staying close to his roots. On July 22, 2025, Lawrence Bossidy passed away at age 90. His life reminds us that success is not just measured in profits, but in purpose. Chuck Mangione, November 29, 1940, July 22, 2025. There are few melodies more instantly soothing than Chuck Mangione's Feels. So good a song that turned jazz into a household sound. Chuck wasn't just a flugelhorn player, he was a jazz pop pioneer, a member of Art Blakey's Jazz Messengers, and the co-leader of the Jazz Brothers with his sibling, Gap Mangione. His 1977 hit Feels So Good brought him worldwide acclaim, and he went on to release over 30 albums. Fans also knew him from appearances on King of the Hill, Magnum, P.I., and The Elephant Show. His charm and warmth made him a crossover artist in every sense. Chuck Mangione passed away peacefully in his sleep on July 22, 2025, at his home in Rochester, New York. He was 84. To me, his music didn't just play, it floated, and that's exactly how we'll remember him. Helen Cornelius, a country legend remembered, 1941-2025. Helen Cornelius had a voice like warm southern rain, gentle but powerful, soulful yet grounded. Born in Monroe City, Missouri, she rose to fame in the 1970s with Jim Ed Brown. Their duets gave us timeless hits and made her a country music darling. Helen wasn't just a singer, she was a storyteller, pouring life into every lyric. When she went solo in the 1980s, she pushed boundaries, even stepping into musical theater as Annie Oakley in Annie Get Your Gun. And though her solo career didn't reach the heights of her duets, her artistry never waned. Helen was a woman of strength, resilience, and deep conviction. Her music held memories of love, heartbreak, and small-town life. She passed away on July 18, 2025, at the age of 83. Her harmony may be gone, but her song remains. Larry Bossidy, corporate visionary, 1935-2025. Larry Bossidy wasn't a celebrity in the traditional sense, but in the world of business, he was a giant. From his early days at General Electric to becoming CEO of Allied Signal and later Honeywell, he led with discipline, focus, and a remarkable clarity of vision. He co-authored Execution: The Discipline of Getting Things Done, a book that remains essential reading for any aspiring executive. But beyond the boardroom, Larry was a devoted family man, father to 9, grandfather to many more, and a generous presence in his Ridgefield, Connecticut community. He passed away on July 26, 2025 at the age of 90. His leadership shaped companies and careers, and his impact on American business will be felt for decades. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, a life cut short, 1970-2025. When I think of Malcolm-Jamal Warner, I think of The Cosby Show. His role as Theo Huxtable helped redefine how America saw young black men on TV. He brought humor, sincerity, and depth to every episode, becoming a household name before he was 20. But Malcolm didn't stop there. He evolved into a director, poet, and passionate advocate for social issues. He brought a quiet dignity to every role he played on screen or on stage. On July 20, 2025, during a vacation in Costa Rica, Malcolm tragically drowned while swimming with his family. He was just 54 years old. Losing Malcolm feels personal. He was a part of our living rooms, our stories, our growing up. His passing is a reminder to hold tight to those who shaped our childhoods. As we say goodbye to these 6 remarkable individuals, we also celebrate the art, spirit, and humanity they gave the world. Their voices, their visions, their legacies all live on. If you'd like to join us in remembering more legends each day, please subscribe and turn on notifications. And as always, may they rest in peace.